So, happy Christmas YouTube. So we're back with another video. Today we're going to take a look at the 2011 Seat Ibiza Cupra. If you saw the last video, you'll have seen the bit of an issue we had with the police with it. But I thought we'll take it for a drive and let's review the car, see what it's like. So the Ibiza Cupra, let's have a chat about these because I find these a very interesting car. Sorry, camera's bouncing about like mad here guys, sorry about that. Anyway, so yeah, these are very interesting. I've had a couple of these. Now, these engines, this is the 1.4 version, right? So to break down this lineup down, when these first came out in 2008, they came with a 1.4 turbo supercharged engine, very small, whippy engine. A good engine in my opinion, but they did come down for a lot of criticism as the years went on. Now you might see one of these on a 14 reg, they look the same, but they're actually not. They come with a different engine in them. They come with I think it's a 1.8, whereas these come with a 1.4. They changed the engine, but they do look the shell and the chassis. They're on the same chassis, but we're talking today specifically about the 1.4 version, which is this one. Now they did come in for a lot of criticisms. They came out, I think it was 08, and initial early ones were burning oil. There was nothing wrong with the engines, and I've had an early one, and the engines were pretty good, but they did burn oil. Now, around 2009, 2010. Skoda actually fixed this problem for Volkswagen. This engine is also in the VRS for the Skoda, and it's in the Polo GTI of the earlier ones. Now 2009/10, Skoda actually fixed the issue and stopped the engines burning oil. So a lot of the early cars did get recalled and got that fixed. Now how you can tell if the fix has been done is very, very simple. If you open the bonnet and look for the battery, if the battery is in the engine bay, then it's one of the earlier cars and it hasn't had the fix done, and that engine will burn oil. The fix included fitting some parts, and it actually took up room in the engine bay. So what Skoda designed was that the battery went in the boot. So if you come out and look at, say you go to look at an 08 or an 09 and you see that the battery is in the boot, then you'll know that engine has been recalled and it's been worked on, so that engine won't burn oil. Even though it's an earlier one, it won't burn oil. Now that's not to dismiss the earlier ones. I've had one, and I still know of the car now, and it's still running 6 years later. It just uses a bit of oil, but it's been a reliable car for them. So don't instantly just dismiss it if you see the battery in the boot, under the bonnet. But as I say, you can tell if it's had the work done. 2010, or I think it's late 2010 onwards, all of them come with the battery in the boot, and all of them have had the modification done. I will assume it's probably a similar situation with the VRSs in the Skodas and in the Polo GTIs. I will think that they would have done the same. I imagine the layout is the same. So if the battery's in the boot, it's add the mod. Now, other than burning a bit of oil, that's the only issue I've had. Now this car we're in today is an 11 reg, so it came out of the factory with the battery in the boot and with the modification work. That's to say then that it doesn't burn oil, and it doesn't burn oil. Now this car, believe it or not, is on nearly on 146,000 miles. Now the engine hasn't missed a beat. It's absolutely lovely. It gets serviced obviously every year. This car, long story short, this car's been in our circle of friends for quite a few years, so I know the car well. Now this car gets serviced. It had a gearbox rebuilt about 18 months ago, 2 years ago. The gearboxes can be weak in them, and I would say that's their main flaw. But bearing in mind, this gearbox didn't start failing until it'd done 130,000 miles. So to me, it's not ideal, but I think that's quite high mileage anyway for a little engine. I mean, I say it's had the work done, and now this drives absolutely fantastic. Now the economy wise, it's superb on economy. Around town it's good. I couldn't give you a figure. I mean, I can tell you what it's reading now, but all my driving has been local, and we're reading 29.3 miles per gallon, which don't sound right good. But let me tell you, if you get this on a motorway, wow, the MPGs are absolutely phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. It's got a 7-speed dual clutch gearbox, so when you're on the motorway you're in 7th gear, and it drives fantastic. It's got everything that you want: cruise control, automatic headlights, automatic window wipers, aircon, climate control, heated seats. I think heated seats are an optional extra, but this has got them. But they're really good cars, guys, and to be fair, they are rolling the money well. But if you look in chat rooms, you get a lot of people slagging them off, but the people that are slagging off are people that don't know the car. Sorry about that, guys, run out of memory. But yeah, as I was saying, yeah, if you're in the market for a little car at around, I mean, you can pick these up for about £4,000 on a, you know, one at over sort of 100,000 miles. But I would think sort of a lowish mileage one, you're going to be around £5,000. But these cars drive like a bigger car. They really do. You know, as I say, it's got everything that you want, and I just think there's something really cool about little cars like this with little engines, which are quite powerful, great on fuel, and automatic. I mean, I absolutely love automatic cars. I absolutely love them. And this has got the dual clutch gearbox, so the gear shifts are absolutely instantaneous. I think this is pushing out around about 180 brake horsepower. So, you know, and it's a little car. I dare say it don't weigh much more than sort of 1,100 kilos. So, power to weight is quite, you know, it's quite nippy. And interior wise, they're really, you know, they're really nice on the interior too. But we'll just pop it into, I'll just pop it into manual mode here now, and we'll see what it picks up like. Because to be honest, I very rarely put my foot down in it. So, but I do know it's nippy. Wow, I'll tell you what, guys, it really does take off, does this car. Just thought I'd show you interior on this, just so you see. But you know, there's nowhere. You know, look at those bolsters. If this were a BMW, they'd have holes over there now with this mileage on it. And even the steering wheel, look, it's absolutely unbelievable considering mileage it's on. You know, but yeah, you know. So what do you think, guys? Anyway, give us a like and subscribe. I'll catch you up next one.